is going on, YouTube? So come back today with my final preview of the day, and that is my New Orleans Pelicans preview for 2016-2017. So let's start off with the first of my two X factors, and there's a lot of X factors you could put into this Pelicans team for this year, but the first one's having someone else step up besides Anthony Davis. And that seems to have been the theme over Anthony Davis's really his entire career with the Pelicans. He doesn't really have much help in the front court. The whole Davis with Omer Asik experiment hasn't worked out great so far. And like I said, I don't know who it'll be, whether it's Buddy Hield, Jrue Holiday, Tyreke Evans, Terrence Jones. I don't know who it'll be, but someone. Next one is backcourt scoring. This one's a big one. Like I said, it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole stepping up for Anthony Davis, but they honestly don't have a bad backcourt. I mean, Tyreke Evans and Jrue Holiday ain't bad if Tyreke Evans can stay healthy and consistent. Buddy Hield to back him up. I don't know what point Buddy Hield will be starting for them, if he will, or if he's just going to be a sixth man. I'm assuming that's the way it's going to start. But like I said, they do have some depth back there. Langston Galloway, I think, was one of the steals of the offseason. Picked him up for pretty cheap in free agency. I believe it was like 2 years, $6 million or something like that. But anyway, key players. First one, Anthony Davis, obvious one. I mean, still, in my mind, one of the most talented players in the league. He is, I believe, currently top 5 in odds for MVP right now, and still very young, still very, very, very talented. I mean, last year, statistically, he was still pretty good. I think he put up some of his career best stats statistically last year. Close to career high in points per game, had around 24.28. 2 blocks per game, which wasn't his best by any sense of the word. But he also played his lowest number of games since he's been in the NBA, which could be a worrying sight. He's never played more than 70 or 68 games, actually. So hopefully he can get a full season out of Davis. Granted, that's not like it's a small amount, but see if he can stay healthy and going for a full year. Next one, Jrue Holiday. Again, health issues last year. Still one of the better point guards Still one of the better point guards in the NBA in my mind. If he can stay healthy and efficient this year, that will be huge because I think he's the second best player on this team. At least he is in my mind. And then finally, Tyreke Evans. Like I said, he's going to be big this year to round out that backcourt. I think if he's good this year, even if he does end up losing his starting spot to Buddy Hield, that just puts the Pelicans backcourt in a position to really help them win every single night, at least against some of the worst teams in the West. So record last season was 30-52, good for, I believe, 13th in the West, 12th in the West. My worst case scenario for them is bottom 3 in the West. I mean, there's no way you can avoid that. They were close to being bottom 3 in the West last year, and I don't know how much better they actually got this year. Best case scenario, I think they sneak into the playoffs as an 8 seed, kind of like they did in 2013, 2014. 2014, 2015. After such a disappointing season last year, I mean, you hope that they can improve a little bit. But my overall record prediction for the Pelicans this year is 32-50. I think some of the more low-key moves they made, signing Etuan Moore, signing Langston Galloway, Solomon Hill, I don't think was the best move ever, but at least it adds some depth to the forward spot. But I think he improves them by maybe 3 or 4 wins this year at most. I'm going to say 32-50 this year. Like I said, the West, especially at that level, is improving. The Timberwolves and Nuggets, which were the 2 teams that were sandwiching the Pelicans, I think both are getting a lot better, while the Pelicans are just kind of stationary, maybe got a little bit better. Like I said, a big season from Anthony Davis, and then a good season from a good season from just pretty much everyone in the backcourt. We'll give them a big push to maybe even making it to the playoffs this year, though. So that'll pretty much do it for today's previews and for my Pelicans preview by itself. Let me try to find my next preview for you guys. I believe this marks 20 that are done. Yeah. Tomorrow should be the Thunder, Blazers, and Jazz. So some actually very intriguing teams to talk about. Tomorrow, all 3 teams I think will end up being playoff teams in 2016, 2017. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So, yeah.